Basically, I'm a singer, but I also play several musical instruments and I practice dance. I practice Mohiniyattam and Bharatanatyam dance. I'm a blind person, so everything I do is in some way different, I should say, because when you have to face with handicap, you are aware of the fact that whatever you are doing is has to be done as per your abilities. So just to give you an example, when I practice my Bharatanatyam, I know that I have to adapt every movement, every expression to my capacities. What I'm happy to say is that I'm so glad to be here today because you told me before you are a Western music educator, and I saw that you had the training in
Yes.
Western music, a formal training.
Yeah.
That's very interesting because I had the formal training in Indian classical music. So I'm a European
Okay.
and you're an Indian, and I like so much this exchange, how we are two different people and you are talking about music from my place, from
Yes.
Europe, that's Western music, and I'm talking about your music, your Hindustani, Carnatic,
Yeah.
because I can perform both of them. I can perform both Carnatic and Hindustani, as well as Bollywood songs. I like to sing like all these different styles of music, even folk music, Punjabi, Tamil, Malayalam, and many other music styles.
Okay.
So thank you again for inviting me. It's a pleasure to join you in this podcast.
Thanks a lot, ma'am, for giving a short intro of yourself. So the first question which I want to ask you, ma'am, do you think that when we introduce music to students in early age, it is going to benefit their overall development?
Absolutely, yes. I believe that music has a strong influence on our life, both when we are children, when we are adults. What I think the first benefit is that when you are a child, your brain is more adaptable, so it's easier to learn music. And one thing I'd like to say, when I talk about music, in general, I like to refer to the term Sangeetam.
Sangeeta.
So when I say music, I say music, singing, and dance. So I include everything in one.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. It's a concept of Indian music which I appreciate particularly.
Okay.
And
So, yeah.
personally, I started my music training when I was like 4 or
9.
5. Sorry?
When you were 9, you said.
When I was 9, I started singing Indian music.
Okay.
But before, I used to sing also Western music, French traditional music, because French is my native language. So
Okay.
the first language in which I started singing is of course French.
Okay.
But then when I was 9, yes, 8 or 9, I don't remember exactly, passion for Indian music started, and I also started be trained in this Indian music.
Indian music.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
So when parents want to enroll their kids in early age, so they have three choices, as like you also told just now that you started with vocals. So when parents wish to enroll their kids for learning music, they have three choices. They can start with the instrument, they can start with vocals, as well as they can choose both. So as per you, which is good to start with, whether they should go
Both.
for the instrument?
Personally, I think that both is the good choice. When I started with singing, I told you.
Okay.
But later, when I went to university, I had to learn piano because when you study musicology, piano is required.
Okay.
And honestly, piano is one of the last musical instruments I started playing, and I was like around my
Okay.
18th, 19th, I don't remember, but it was little more difficult for me, not only due to the handicap or to my situation, but in general, starting so late, it's maybe more difficult. But this doesn't mean that you don't have to do that.
Exactly.
I mean, if you have a passion, you have to follow deep, and you have to really believe in yourself. You have to do whatever you feel happy with.
Right.
Yes, yes.
So,
Also I started my dance training very late.
okay.
Basically, what I started first is my singing practice, then harmonium, then harp, because I also play the harp.
Okay.
Yes.
And I think
So
that instrument which you are putting on back, that is harp, right now?
that is harp, yes.
Yeah.
That is Celtic harp.
Okay.
Because we have two types. We have several types of harp.
Mm-hmm.
What I play is the Celtic harp, which has no pedals,
Okay.
and the classical harp, which has pedals.
Okay.
That's the main difference.
Okay. So harp is also a string instrument now.
Yes,
Okay.
it is a stringed instrument.
Okay. Can you
And
tell something
the
about
harp,
harp now?
it is behind. Sorry.
Can you tell something about harp?
Sure, sure. The harp which you are seeing behind me is a French brand harp.
Okay.
It has 38 strings,
Okay.
and when you wish to do like flat or sharp,
Mm-hmm.
you have to put up and down the levers. There are some levers which allows you to play different tones, to go
Okay.
up and down, sharp and yes. And there are several types of harp. We have the Celtic harp, as I told before, which
Yeah.
has these levers which allow you to change the tone and change the key. G sharp, A flat, A,
Yeah.
G, and whatever.
Yes.
And there are several range of strings in this harp. You have the 38 string,
Okay.
which you are seeing behind me. Then 36,
Okay.
34, and even others. And then we have the classical harp. What we call the classical harp, I don't like to call it classical harp, honestly. I prefer to call it pedal harp.
Okay.
Because what is the difference? The difference is that the pedal harp has the pedals, while the Celtic harp has the levers.
Okay.
And the pedals allow you to put in flat, sharp, or normal natural tone. So this is the main difference.
So when you tune
And
harp,
the 30
like you
and
tune. Sorry. Yeah. Pardon me.
no problem, sir. Okay. The classical harp has mainly 47 strings.
Okay. So whenever you play harp, so each and every time you have to tune it on like in some scales or what, ma'am?
No, sir, because there are these levers or the pedals which allow you to change the scale. Like if you want to play in G, let's suppose you put F in sharp and you start from the G string playing that. I should say that on Celtic harp, the range of key in which you can play is more limited than the piano or than the classical harp, because with the levers you can just go up, and some keys are not possible to be done.
Okay.
So this is why some kinds of music cannot be played on this harp.
Okay.
You have to readapt,
Yeah. Fine. So when a student choose like from where they will be starting their music journey and they are choosing instrument. So generally in schools we have keyboard, guitars, drums. So as per you, what do you think which instrument is good for the young learners if they want to start their musical journey and they are choosing instrument?
I know my answer will be quite the same of every musician, but believe me, as per my experience, I didn't do this, and I'm sorry because I should have done.
Okay.
The first musical instrument you should learn should be piano or harmonium.
Okay.
I didn't start to play harmonium when I was starting vocal because I didn't have harmonium at the moment. It was not available in my place. So I had to start vocal with electronic tanpura.
Oh.
And it was not the best solution. But anyway, I have managed, and I started learning harmonium as soon as I had an harmonium available with me. And for Western music, one should learn piano. Why piano? Because when you play piano, you have all the keys in front of your eyes,
Yes.
under your hands, by the way, and they can help you to understand even the structure of a scale,
Exactly.
and to understand the concept of, yes, some musical concepts. And you have, as I told before, you have all the keys available.
Yes.
If you want to play in say F sharp, you
Mhm.
can do. While as I said before, with some other musical instrument is more difficult. Then
Exactly.
another instrument I think you should start with, as per I'm saying this per Indian music, is the
Mhm.
tanpura.
Okay.
Playing with manual tanpura, if you are a Hindustani or a Carnatic learner,
Mhm.
I think you should really start learning manual tanpura,
Mhm.
because these allow you with the vibration.
Yes.
It's like you are feeling more sure in your voice emission also.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, so now if I am putting one situation in front of you, we have two students and both are like getting opportunity to learn music. But one is getting opportunity to learn how to read music and play, and the other one is not getting opportunity to read music and play. So what do you think, which student will be better in their musical learning journey?
Just can you repeat? One is allowed to read and play. The other one only to play.
Yeah, one is getting the opportunity to learn reading, notation and all, but one is not getting the opportunity to learn that staff notation
Right,
and all.
right. To be honest, I think they have the same possibilities.
Okay.
Now you will think why you are saying this. Actually, being blind, the available material, the available music staffs,
Mm-hmm.
it is much less.
Okay.
I should say that when I start learning a new piece, I'm much slower than normal, because I don't have the possibility to watch this, look at the stuff and play at the same time.
Right.
So I must have somebody like reading for me the music or playing it, and I repeat.
Yeah.
But maybe it is a help. The fact that you are reading is a help in doing things faster, but
Mhm.
not better.
Okay.
I mean, the quality of your playing will be the same. You will
Mhm.
be slower if you don't read, but the quality is the same.
Okay.
There are some advantages while reading. You can play music which you don't know very
Yes.
well because you can read it, but
Mhm.
yes, the quality, believe me, is the same. I know many people who are, playing without reading,
Mhm.
without having the possibility. Yes, and honestly, I like so much. I know many famous musicians who started like really listening and repeating, even in the Celtic harp tradition,
Okay.
because the Celtic harp is a traditional instrument. And when I participated to a stage, sorry,
Mhm.
and in this stage, um, the teacher was playing, and we students, we were supposed to repeat what he was playing.
Okay.
We didn't have permission to get the music in front of our eyes.
Okay.
And it was a very beautiful experience also for me, because all the students were in my same possibility, because they were not allowed to read. And I was very happy to share with them my experience, like you are not reading, you are just listening like I do.
Mhm.
Then of course there are methods for me to read music, but they are much more complex than normally, because
Yeah. Okay.
with handicap this is the situation. Even in Indian music, the tradition wants that you start learning that the Gurukulam system, no, the Guru
Yeah, yeah.
Shishya Parampara. Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
Yeah.
And you just repeat what the teacher is, and the notation is just used like an help to you.
Yes.
And just to classify the songs you are
Yes.
in. Yes.
Okay. So when students enroll or involve themselves in music learning process while they are in grade 5, 6, 7, or they are doing their education. So do you think that when they involve themselves in music, their productivity, overall productivity also increases?
I will answer with one example.
Okay.
Um, when I was younger, I used to go to singing lesson, and after I had to go to school, to do my homework, because when I finished my school, I directly went to the singing class, and then I had to do my homework.
Okay.
Going back home and doing my homework, the day in which I was doing my music lesson was more efficient for me. Like, my homework were better done because I had one moment of relax with my singing lesson.
Okay. Yeah.
There is one thing I should say actually. At the beginning, music was just a hobby for me because when I was a child, I wanted to become a scientist.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And at that moment, music was just a way for me to relax or even to connect with spirituality. Because when I started singing Indian music, for example, I started with Gurbani Shabad and Tamil bhajans.
Okay.
So, like that spiritual and religious music. So, it was a way to express my spirituality and to connect with something superior. So, it was just my passion. I didn't think at all to become a professional performing artist. What I'm doing now, actually.
Yeah.
Yes. So when it is a hobby, music is helping you in productivity. But now I'm facing a different kind of difficulty, because music is my passion.
Yes.
Music is my hobby because when I'm not doing anything particular, I listen to music to memorize songs. But music is also my work when I'm recording in studio, when I'm doing something like that. And when everything is music, it starts to be complex. And to be honest, I think I should find a different hobby also.
Yes.
Because I do music and the dance even less, but even dance all the day. And I think it's not helping my productivity maybe sometimes because I get tired and when you feel that yes. So even if you feel that your passion and your work are the same, try to find even something different to do. I'm not saying something special. You go for a walk, you go for shopping, you have to do really something which allows you to switch off your brain for for 1-2 hours, one evening, and you have to relax. You have to do something different.
Exactly.
To be honest, that's what I feel.
Okay. So now when you were telling this thing, so you mentioned that you learned Gurbani Shabad, Tamil bhajans and all. So I want to know, ma'am, like how many languages you know?
Actually, sir, I speak मैं थोड़ा पंजाबी बोल दिया, but not very well.
Okay.
And I'm managing to learn like Tamil and Malayalam because, and then of course French is my language, is my native language. But I should say I can sing in many Indian languages and many European languages, but I don't speak all of them.
Great.
For example, Hindi, मेरी हिंदी अच्छी नहीं है.
Okay.
My Hindi is not good, not at all good. I mean, I can sing in Hindi without any issue because, being blind, I have the capacity to concentrate myself and to listen carefully what I am supposed to sing. So like you imagine one music producer send me the song, the lyrics that I have to sing. I listen and repeat, and I'm able to capture the feeling. I'm able to catch the right emotion which is coming from his voice and the right accent and pronunciation, and I repeat that.
Okay.
So I don't feel difficult that The only language in which I'm getting so much difficult to sing is Marathi.
Marathi. Okay.
Marathi is very difficult for me. Yes, yes. Punjabi, Tamil, and Malayalam are easier.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have difficulty in singing. But now with that, we come to the first your first question: music and in childhood and languages in childhood.
Yeah.
Why? Because when I was a child, I started singing in Malayalam, Tamil, and Punjabi. So that is why I think it's easier for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now moving from kids to our adults who are like working somewhere or they are employed somewhere, each and everyone is like dealing with stress, whether it is a workplace related stress or their personal life stress. So what do you think, how these working individuals can take help of music so that they can maintain their work and life?
To be honest, when music is your work, it's difficult to do it without stress.
Okay.
I have a performance, I feel a little bit stressed because it's important for me to do my best. But what is that? It is something normal, I think, and you have to learn to live with this, and you have to try to transform what is now a stress for you in a positive emotion. Let's give an example. I feel sad. The one moment I'm feeling sad, what do I do? Generally, I sing a sad song because I know that in that I know it might seem strange to you, but when I feel sad, I sing a sad song because I know that in that moment I will sing it better.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. And if I sing it better, I might say to myself, "Oh wow, I sang it better," and this gives me encouragement to say, okay, then I can be happy. Because oppositely, when you are a hobby musician, music is something which has to help you to relax.
Yes.
And you have to, when you are feeling stressed, you don't have to learn new songs. As per my experience, you have to do something in which you are good. You already know before, first of all, because in that way you relax, because you don't have to use your brain too much to say, okay, I have to learn this, I have to, and it will not stress you.
Yes, exactly.
So yes, I think it's very important to do something in which you feel comfortable.
Yeah. Okay. So what suggestions, ma'am, you want to give to the young kids who want to start their music journey?
What suggestion would I like? Actually, the first suggestion is you have to do with passion. If you're passionate about music, you have to believe in that. You want to become a musician, it's okay. It's difficult, it's so hard for all of us, even those who are arrived to a certain point. But you have to believe in yourself, you have to believe in music.
Yeah.
And you have to do it with passion. If you feel that music is not your passion, then don't do that.
Okay.
Yes. You can do the first period of your life like music and dance, both, I don't know, like piano and classical dance, just to be aware that yes, I like, no, I don't like. You have to try in any case. But if you feel that you don't like, you have to stop it.
Correct.
Yes. You don't have to follow something which you are not comfortable with.
Yeah. So when the working person want to start their music journey, generally what we see that they don't have time to learn instrument, or they get tired after their work. But there are people who want to learn instrument while working also. So what suggestion you want to give to those people who are working, or who are professionally working, but still they want to start their, whether it's a vocal learning or it's an instrument journey?
This is a suggestion that I would give to everybody, not only people who work. First of all, you have to learn the technique of the instrument, the technique of the voice, because even for your health, it's important to have a good technique, a strong technique base, because it can be dangerous if you are learning something like a hobby and you are not doing it properly, because it can damage your voice or your articulation.
Yes.
And your fingers, your arms, whatever you are using for your practice. So first of all, everybody should learn the technique behind the instrument and behind the voice, and you should warm up always your voice when you are a singer. Then specifically to those who are working, in this case, I think if you have the possibility, you should learn to read music, because memorizing takes a lot of time unless you are a special person who has incredible memorization abilities. Yes. Unless you are like that, you have to learn to read music, because this helps you to play faster your pieces and to have more satisfaction from that. So while learning the technique of the instrument, learn to read music if you are a Western musician. If you are an Indian musician, I think it's like easier, because you Indians have the possibility to learn like in the Gurukula style, the Guru Shishya Parampara. And yes. And I think this is a good method, but Western music is more difficult because in some ways it is polyphonic. Especially if you're a classical musician. Then if you're a singer, it's yet different, because you just have to, it's not necessary for me to read music or know. Just if you're a hobby musician, if you're a professional, you must do that, I think. But if you're a hobby musician, you have to learn the technique, because singing with a not good technique can be not helpful for your vocal cords.
Agree.
Yes, absolutely. But anyway, you don't need specific training for theory or music reading if you are just a hobby musician. You have to do a hobby singer, sorry. Hobby musician, yes. Hobby singer, no. Just you have to do for your pleasure because it's,
Okay, ma'am. So thanks a lot, ma'am, for giving your time. And
it has been my pleasure, and many congratulations for your work, and you are doing a great job, I think.
Thank you.
I really appreciate when Indian people are liking Western. I know many Western musicians who are deep into Indian music, and many of them have been an inspiration for me, and I should say your work into Western music, I appreciate so much what you are doing, sir.
Thank you.
Really, it's thank you so much for this collaboration, for inviting me. I hope in future we will have other opportunities to collaborate and to
that will be
work
my
together.
pleasure, ma'am. Thanks a lot for giving your time, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye, ma'am. Have a
Bye.
great day.
Namaste.
Namaste, ma'am.
For more details, visit www.88studiolko.com.